Good afternoon, children. Welcome to another session of Java. This session is continuation of last chapter, values and data types. So far we discussed character sets, Unicode, ASCII code and escape sequences. Let's start with today's session. So first one is tokens. As you know, cells are the basic elements of our body or any matter. Tokens are the basic elements of Java programming. So, token can be defined as each individual component of a Java statement in such a way that it carries some meaning and takes part in effective execution of the program. The various tokens in Java are literals, identifiers, assignment, punctuators, separators, operators, and keywords. Literals are the constants in a Java program, that is, it does not change its value throughout the program. For example, int v is equal to 5. Here, the variable v has a value which is 5, which does not change its value throughout the program. So, the literals are classified again into integer literals, real literals, character literals, boolean literals, and null literal. Integer literals contains numbers, real literals contains numbers with points, character literals contains single digit alphabets, boolean literals contains true or false, and null literal is used as string terminator to mark the end of a string, and it is denoted by /0. Punctuators are the punctuation signs used as special characters in Java. Example, question mark, semicolon, dot, etc. Separators are the special characters in Java which are used to separate the variables or the characters. Example, brackets, curly brackets, square brackets, comma, etc. Keywords are the reserved words which are preserved by the system and carry special meaning for the system compiler. For example, class, for, while, int, etc. Data types specify the different sizes and values that can be stored in the variable. It is divided into two, primitive and non-primitive data types. Primitive types. The data types which are independent of any other type is known as primitive data type. There are mainly 8 primitive data types. And these 8 primitive data types are categorized as integer type, floating type, character type, and boolean type. Integer type contains byte, short, int, and long. A byte data type carries 1 byte, short carries 2 byte, int carries 4 byte, and long carries 8 byte. So a programmer has to select an appropriate data type according to the need of the program. Next is floating type, and floating type is used to store fractional numbers. It is of two types, float and double. Float carries 4 bytes and double carries 8 bytes. Character, represented by char. It is used to store a single character. There are 256 characters available in the computer and is encoded in ASCII values. ASCII code ranges from 0 to 255. Its size is 2 bytes. Boolean, it is used to set true or false value and its size is 1 bit. Non-primitive types or composite data type. Composite data types are the combination of primitive types and other data types. Example, arrays, class, etc. Identifiers or variables. A variable is a named memory location which contains a value. Syntax for writing a variable is data type space variable name. For example, int m, float pqr, etc. Rules for naming a variable. A variable may have any number of characters. It may contain alphabets, digits, dollar sign and underscore. The underscore can be applied in between the characters to increase the length of a variable name. The variable names should be meaningful, which easily depict the logic. A variable will be invalid for reasons like a variable name should not start with a digit. A variable name should not include a space in between its characters. A variable name should not be a reserved word or keyword. Initialization of variable. Initialization of variable can be done in two ways, static and dynamic. Static initialization. The process of direct assignment of a constant to a variable is known as static initialization. For example, int a is equal to 5, float f is equal to 12. Next is dynamic initialization. When a variable gets initialized at runtime, that is during the execution of the program, it's dynamic initialization. For example, int a, b, c, a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10 and c is equal to a plus b. Here a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 10 is static initialization, and c is equal to a plus b, where c will get initialized only during the runtime. Type conversion. In a mixed expression, the result can be obtained in any one form of its data type. So sometimes it's needed to be converted and is known as type conversion. There are mainly two types of conversion, implicit and explicit. Implicit conversion. The automatic conversion to the highermost type available in the expression without any intervention of user is known as implicit conversion. It is also called as coercion. For example, in the example showed, the data type of I is byte and its value is 40. It has been converted into short, int, long, float and double, and since these are higher data types, compiler itself will convert it automatically. You can see the output which is mentioned below. Explicit conversion. Typecasting involved in converting the data type from higher type to lower type is explicit conversion. For example, in the example showed, D is double data type. It has been converted to its lower type, that is float, long, int, short, byte, etc. Notice that the resultant data type is mentioned in the right hand side before the variable. Check out the output mentioned below. So that's all for today's session. Thank you.